also the rematch between Islam Makhachev and Volkanovski for the lightweight championship is happening. And I think Volkanovski gets this. I think he becomes double champ. I think he does it. I think really at the end of that fight, if you look, that Volkanovski was the one doing well. He was winning it by the end, which means I think by the start of this fight, the real thing before was, could Volkanovski do it that way? He obviously can. He went over 5 rounds and it was a close decision. A lot of people gave it to Volkanovski. So do I think he's going to be able to do it this time? I think he will. I think he's got it. The only problem is with this one, it's on short notice. And so has Islam had a full training camp against? It goes both ways. So Volkanovski had no training camp, but has Islam Makhachev had a training camp for Charles Oliveira, who's a really got a reach advantage, but good off his back, and you got to deal with the stand up, and then you're going against a real short a guy you've got a reach advantage on, and who's really good overall and nearly beat you last time. I think it's going to be difficult to train from Charles to Volkanovski. It's a massive change, but we'll just see. I think it could go either way, and I think if I'm just looking at it without the stuff going on, I think we go off what happened last fight. I think Volkanovski actually was doing really well and probably would do very well in this next fight. So I think Volkanovski gets it. I think it's probably going to be around like the third, fourth round. He's going to get something going, probably on the feet. I don't think it's going to happen on the ground. I think Makhachev is too good on the ground to allow that to happen, for him to get a sub or a finish on the ground. But I think it's going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be hard. So I think we've got to see what happens, really. I think we've got to see what happens in the first few rounds. I think if Volkanovski dominates the first few rounds, I think that's really not good for Makhachev, because that's really when he needs to come out the gates early and really start firing quickly to get a couple rounds under his belt and make Volkanovski work hard to get anything. So if he doesn't come out the gates quick, it's going to be a concern. But if you're a Makhachev, if you want Makhachev to win, I think he's got to come out early. He's got to get a few rounds, 1 or 2 at least, under his belt, and for them to have a 10-9 for him to do anything, because it's going to be really hard for him on the feet. Has he got it on the ground enough? I think in the last fight we saw Volkanovski's adept enough on the ground to stop things. So I don't think Volkanovski's actually got a problem on the ground, which is a big problem. Where I know Charles Oliveira liked to, when he got rocked in previous fights, like to go onto his back and just go, I'm dangerous on my back, come get me. But with Islam Makhachev, it didn't happen. Whereas in the Volkanovski fight, if you look, they were quite matched on the ground. There's quite a good matchup on the ground in the later rounds, at least. So I think you've got a tough fight there for Islam. If he doesn't get going quick, he needs to come out the gates storming. So that's my thoughts. I think Volkanovski wins it, becomes double champ, and he's considered one of the best of all time, really. I think that's it. Really, I don't think you can argue with that. Beating Islam, who does he fight next? Maybe, I don't think Khabib's going to come back, so where do you go? Because it's a, but they'll figure a way. Oliveira's still there. Topuria in the lower weight classes is there waiting for him, so there's fights to be made. But please let me know what you think in the comments below for the UFC 294 updated main card. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.